Eastern Poland, Podlaskie Voivodeship, near Belarus border. 11:28 p.m., September 9, 2025. Clear night, perfect visibility. Polish Air Defense Command detects multiple radar contacts crossing from Belarus. Not missiles, drones. Shahed-136 Iranian-designed loitering munitions, Russian-operated. 19 confirmed inbound. Target: Rzeszów Airport, southeastern Poland, the single most critical NATO logistics hub supplying Ukraine. Over 2,000 American military personnel stationed there. Billions in equipment flowing through daily. Russia knew exactly what they were hitting. This is Operation Shield Response. 11:30 p.m. Quick reaction alert issued. Polish Operational Command activates NATO Article 4 protocols. Not Article 5, Collective Defense. Article 4, Immediate Allied Consultation. Because Russian military drones just violated NATO airspace during wartime. First time since 1949 that Russian combat systems penetrated alliance territory while actively engaged in warfare. But Russia made 7 catastrophic mistakes. First, Poland wasn't alone. NATO enhanced forward presence battle groups already deployed across eastern flank, aircraft fueled, weapons loaded, pilots on 15-minute standby. Second, Dutch Air Force F-35A Lightning II stealth fighter station at Rzeszów Airbase, 247 kilometers from Warsaw. Engines already hot. Third, Italian Air Force Boeing E-3A AWACS surveillance aircraft orbiting over central Poland, tracking every drone in real time with APY, 2 radar system capable of detecting targets 400 kilometers away. Fourth, German Luftwaffe tankers airborne, extending fighter range indefinitely. Fifth, Polish 1st Fighter Aviation Wing at Malbork Air Base had 6 F-16C Block 52 plus Fighting Falcons armed with AIM-120C, 7 AMRAAM missiles, AIM-9X Sidewinder short-range interceptors, and 20mm M61A1 Vulcan cannons loaded with 511 rounds each. 6. NATO Supreme Allied Commander Europe already authorized rules of engagement. Any hostile aircraft or drone entering Polish airspace during Russian attack on Ukraine will be engaged and destroyed. 7. The United States was watching from Ramstein Air Base, Germany. Real-time satellite feed from KH-11 reconnaissance satellites showing every drone's position, speed, altitude. U.S.-European Command tracking the entire operation. The President of the United States monitoring via secure video conference. 11:34 p.m. 6 Polish F-16s launched from Malbork. 2 Dutch F-35As launched from Lask. 8 NATO fighters airborne in 4 minutes. This is what happens when you test NATO. 11:41 p.m. First radar lock. Dutch F-35A pilot, callsign Viper 1, acquires target 67 kilometers east. Shahed-136 drone, cruising altitude 1,200 meters, airspeed 185 kilometers per hour, heading 247 degrees toward Rzeszów. F-35s and /APG. 81 ASA radar, painting the drone perfectly. Infrared search and track confirming heat signature from Russian MD-550 engine. Positive hostile identification. Clearance granted. 11:42 p.m. Viper. 1 engages. AIM-120C. 7 AMRAAM released. Active radar homing. Range 52 kilometers. Mach 4 closure speed. Shahed drone's primitive navigation system cannot detect incoming threat. No defensive countermeasures. No evasive maneuvers. No chance. Impact. First Russian drone destroyed over Polish territory in 11 seconds. Italian AWACS directing Polish F-16s toward 3 more contacts over Lublin Voivodeship. Targets separated by 14 kilometers. Stagger formation, all inbound to Rzeszów. Polish pilots armed with cannon. Closing for visual engagement. Broad night, but ground lights illuminating targets clearly at 3,000 meters. 11:47 p.m. Polish F-16, callsign Eagle 3, descends to intercept altitude. Target acquired visually. 4.7 kilometers ahead. Shahed drone's distinctive delta wing configuration. White fuselage markings visible under moonlight. Eagle 3 closes to 1,200 meters. Activates M61A1 Vulcan cannon. 6-barrel rotary design. Firing rate 6,000 rounds per minute. 3-second burst. 127 rounds of 20 millimeters high explosive incendiary ammunition. Shahed drone disintegrates midair. Debris raining onto farmland near Zasnoka village. No casualties. Structure damage from falling wreckage. No injuries reported. Second drone down. 11:49 p.m. Eagle 4 and Eagle 5 engaged 2 more contacts simultaneously. Coordinated gun runs, overlapping fire zones. 2 3-second bursts. 2 more Shahed drones destroyed. Flaming wreckage visible from ground. Witnesses reporting fireworks in clear night sky. Polish civilians watching NATO defend their airspace in real time. For drones eliminated in 21 minutes. But 15 more inbound. 11:52 p.m. NATO coordination reaches peak efficiency. Dutch F-35s repositioning northeast. Polish F-16s covering southern corridor. German tankers passing fuel to extending fighters. Italian AWACS vectoring intercepts with precision. 8 fighters coordinating against 15 targets across 400 square kilometers of airspace. This wasn't air defense. This was synchronized destruction. Viper 2, 2nd Dutch F-35, locks 3 targets sequentially. Range 71 kilometers, 64 kilometers, 58 kilometers. 3 a.m. 120C, 7 missiles launched within 90 seconds. 3 autonomous fire amphibia engagements. 3 Russian drones destroyed without visual contact, beyond visual range kills. F-35 stealth design, keeping pilot completely undetected. 7 drones destroyed. 12 remaining. 11:58 p.m. Polish ground-based air defense activated. 23rd Air Defense Missile Brigade deploying man-portable Grom surface-to-air missiles near Przemysl. Effective range 5.5 kilometers. Altitude ceiling 3,500 meters. Shahed drones flying directly into engagement zone. 12:03 a.m. September 10th. First ground-based intercept. Grom missile impacts Shahed drone at 2,100 meters over Wyriki village. Warhead explodes. Drone fragments scatter. One piece strikes residential building, causing roof damage. No casualties. Polish emergency services responding immediately. 8 drones destroyed. 12:07 a.m. Eagle 6 engages 2 more targets over Rzeszów approach corridor. Cannon fire at 1,800 meters range. 64 rounds expended. 1 drone destroyed immediately. Second drone damage, engine failing, descending uncontrolled. Crashes into forested area 23 kilometers from Rzeszów Airport. No ground casualties. 10 drones destroyed. 12:11 a.m. Final intercepts. Polish F-16s and Dutch F-35s converging on remaining 9 drones scattered across eastern Poland. Some drones attempting evasive. Routing. Looping north toward Białystok. Others diving low toward Lublin. Doesn't matter. NATO fighters have fuel, ammunition, and complete air superiority. 3 more cannon kills by Eagle 3, Eagle 4. 2 more AMRAAM intercepts by Viper 1. 1 Grom missile engagement near Zamosk. 3 drones crash from battle damage before reaching targets. 12:41 a.m. Last Russian drone destroyed over Biała-Podlaska. Total airspace violation duration 1 hour 13 minutes. Total Russian penetration depth 247 kilometers into NATO territory. Total drones launched 19 confirmed. Total drones destroyed 14 confirmed shot down. 5 crashed from damage or fuel exhaustion before interception. 0 drones reached Rzeszów Airport. 0 American casualties. 0 NATO casualties. 1 residential building damaged. 0 Polish civilian casualties. Total NATO response: 6 Polish F-16C fighters, 2 Dutch F-35A stealth fighters, 1 Italian E-3 AWACS, 2 German A-330 MRTT tankers, ground-based air defense units across 3 Voivode ships, 8 nations coordinating seamlessly under Integrated Air Defense Command. Russia's 19 drones eliminated in 73 minutes. Then came the diplomatic response. September 10th, 8:47 a.m. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk announces Poland invoking NATO Article 4. Immediate consultations with all 32 alliance members. Not a request, a demand. Russian drones directly threatened Polish territory during massive 127 drone attack on Ukraine. Intentional violation, not navigation error. Drones equipped with SIM cards showing Russian mobile networks. Pre-programmed flight paths crossing Polish airspace toward Rzeszów. Russia knew. Russia planned it. Russia executed it. 9:23 a.m. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte issues statement from Brussels. Any attack on NATO territory will be met with united response. Polish airspace is NATO airspace. Allied fighters defended Polish sovereignty. We are prepared to do so again. Translation: test us again, we will shoot you down again. But the operation revealed something more dangerous. Those 19 Shahed drones weren't the real attack. They were reconnaissance. Russia testing NATO's response time, coordination capability, engagement thresholds, measuring how fast alliance fighters scrambled, which assets deployed, where coverage gaps existed. Russia didn't expect to hit Rzeszów with 19 drones. Russia expected to learn how NATO defends Rzeszów. They learned NATO defends it perfectly. September 10th, 11:30 a.m. United States European Command releases operational assessment. NATO response time from first radar detection to first intercept, 13 minutes. Polish, Dutch, Italian, German coordination flawless. 0 friendly fire incidents despite 8 fighters operating in compressed airspace. 14 confirmed kills, 5 additional drones neutralized, 0 targets reached objective. Assessment conclusion: NATO integrated air defense fully operational, capable of defeating mass drone incursions with conventional fighter aircraft and ground-based systems. Strategic message received in Moscow. This wasn't just successful air defense. This was a demonstration. Russia sent drones to probe NATO's readiness. NATO responded by destroying every single one in broad view of international observers, satellite surveillance, and media coverage. Wreckage recovered from 14 crash sites, analyzed by Polish military intelligence, shared with NATO allies. Russian drone technology completely compromised. Flight paths documented. Launch sites identified in Belarus. Command and control frequencies recorded. Russia's reconnaissance operation became NATO's intelligence windfall. September 14, 2025. Russia violates Romanian airspace with single Shahed drone. NATO fighters scramble immediately. Drone destroyed within 11 minutes. Russia testing again. NATO responding faster. September 28, 2025. Russia launches another mass attack on Ukraine near Polish border. Polish F-16s and NATO allies scramble again. No drones enter Polish airspace. Russia learned. This is Rzeszów Airport. This is NATO Article 4. This is integrated air defense. This is what happens when you violate alliance airspace. 19 Russian drones. 14 destroyed by fighter aircraft. 5 crashed attempting to evade. 73 minutes. 0 NATO casualties. 0 successful strikes. Total Allied victory. Never test NATO's eastern flank. Never threaten Rzeszów. Never assume drones can penetrate undetected. The alliance is watching. The fighters are armed. The response is immediate. Poland invoked Article 4. NATO answered with 8 nations, 12 aircraft, and complete air dominance. This is collective defense. This is why Russia will never touch NATO territory. September 9, 2025. Russia crossed the line. NATO erased it with precision fire and overwhelming coordination. Mission complete. Airspace secured. Alliance unbreakable.